How's it going, everyone? My name is Mr. Boss for the win, as you guys already know that, and this is going to be another episode of some Black Ops 2. Now, in this episode, this is going to be some multi-team hardpoint. We're going to be talking about how how hardline works. So, in Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3, hardline did particularly one thing. Since everything was based on kills to get yourself your score streaks, and whether that being, like a flag cap as well, but a flag cap just counted the same as a kill, so everything was uniform, so we're just going to call them kills. Anyways, hardline would always make it one less, but with the new score streak system added, I know a lot of you guys aren't too sure what hardline does. Like, is it one less kill? Well, that can't be, because some kills are worth more than others. You know, if you destroy a UAV or destroy an equipment, that's worth, a different amount of points. If you cap a flag, that's definitely worth a different amount of score streak. So anyways, in the top right hand corner, you're going to see a list that I kind of put together, and this list basically shows you where your score streaks go when you have hardline on. And I'm going to be talking about a little bit about when it would be useful to run hardline, where I think hardline isn't as useful as other perks, and what it does. So if you haven't already done the math a little bit, you can probably already tell. So hardline essentially cuts your score streak requirement by 20%. Now, the UAV is going to change. David Vonderhaar said he's going to raise that. So this is for right now. This is for what, I think it's like December 2nd or 3rd when I'm making this commentary. So you guys are just going to have to wait till then, or, if he changes it, I'll have to make a new one. But anyways, it's 20%. So if you do that math, you should be fine. So you can see on the lower score streaks, it's actually not that big of a difference. UAV only goes from 350 to 280. That's less than a kill, basically. That's not anything big. But if you look at the bottom, holy wow. So a swarm goes from 1900 to 1520. That is almost 4 kills if you're playing like a TDM or a free-for-all. And that's like 2 flag caps, or like 2 hardline or hardpoint like captures. That is a huge amount of score streak. Now, I can see it particularly being useful, and, well, let me slow down a bit. So, I think hardline is useful only if you're going to be running bigger streaks. If you're running streaks like the care package or the UAV or the hunter-killer drone, just get one more kill, just cap one more flag, or just destroy an equipment or destroy a spy plane. That's all you really need, and you don't need to waste a 10-point perk point on, one of your hardline slots. So, that's really unnecessary. But if you are running the big streaks, I absolutely recommend it, and especially if you're not playing in an objective game, because let's look about it. The swarm goes from 19 kills to really 15, maybe 14 kills. The K9 unit goes from 17 kills to 13 to 12. Much more manageable. It's kind of like Black Ops. Getting dogs is only like 11, 12 kills instead of that massive 15, 16 mark that you're going to have to get in a free-for-all game or something like TDM. Now, and that can even be said for the Orbital VSAT. Orbital VSAT goes from 12 to about 9 to 8, and then the Warthog is 14, goes from about 11 to 10, so that jump is huge. Whereas the littler kill streaks, it's barely even half a kill, maybe a kill and a half. Not worth it, I don't think. That being said, game types I think you should use it in. I would say more objective-based games, unless you're playing free-for-all, because the only way you can win in free-for-all and get those score streaks is by killing people. There's no assists. You're rarely going to get equipment shot down unless, you're just looking to shoot down equipment. You're not going to have any, like I said, any teammates to back you up. So I would say objective-based modes and free-for-all, because in objective-based modes, you're probably going to be dying a bit more, and when you jump on the objective, you're going to get huge amounts of score, which is what you can see I'm doing right now. So by jumping on this objective in the hard point right now, I am getting a ton of score streak, and if you have hardline on, it's going to be even easier to get those score streaks. Now, in this game, I was running kind of mid-level kill streaks, so I didn't have hardline on, but it would have been nice, because basically a hardpoint capture and a kill, and then maybe like another kill after that. There's my lightning strike. I mean, that is super easy. And once you get the lightning strike, you're almost bound to get the sentry gun, which is what I'm using right now, since it's so close to the lightning strike kill streak. So, anyways, like I was saying, I think it is. Let's recap what I want to say. So I think the hard point, God, too many hard things going on right now. I know that's what she said, but whatever. Anyways, the hardline score streak I think is worth it when you're playing objective-based game modes and free-for-all. And if you're going to be running the higher score streaks, 2 reasons. Lower score streaks, easier to obtain, not worth wasting a point on hardline when you can just get another kill. Objective-based game modes, you're going to be jumping on a lot of objectives, domination flags, 200 points, hardpoint captures, 200 points, so you're going to be getting a lot of score. Anyways, that's my rendition of how Hardline works. In case you didn't know, I would really appreciate a like, guys. Show this off to the community. If your friends didn't know, maybe share it on Facebook or Twitter. Show them, something they're missing. Or if you just, like the video but already knew about it, drop a comment and tell me what you think the best setup is. Other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. And of course, see you in the next video.